Hello, we are The Promise of Love, bringing to you The Love Effect.
A podcast that brings you real insight and real stories about real relationships.
Welcome back. This is Winona, and I want to ask Rob about staying single. Our friend Athelia just shared that she was done with men when she met the love of her life. And I know I definitely did not want to get married again after 2 divorces until I met you. So, how does someone know what they should do?
When I was deep in my singleness, yearning to connect with someone special, the most callous thing someone told me was that I needed to be good with being single. See, I had published a Facebook post about wanting to find true love, and his response seemed to call me out as weak and pathetic.
I don't think that's weak and pathetic for wanting to do a Facebook post about wanting to find true love.
You know, I didn't think so either. But what was worse is that same friend was saying the same things just a few months earlier. But now he had found someone special and his tune had completely changed.
Okay, so why did he tell you to wait then?
Well, you see, some people were meant to be single. Some were meant to be single for a season. And I was at a time in my life where I felt like a husband without a wife.
Yeah, that's where I felt like a wife without a husband.
So you understand where I'm coming from. It's a lot like being a teacher but not having any students, or being a counselor and not having any clients. You are passionate about serving in a certain capacity, but something is missing.
So you just wanted to be married? It didn't matter if it was me?
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not quite right. See, you gotta ask yourself some tough questions before and even during while you're dating. So for example, do you want just companionship, or do you want a deep connection with someone?
A deep connection is very important.
And how do you recognize a deep connection versus just companionship?
Because a person that just wants companionship with you, basically, they just, want you to be around them and stuff. But a deep connection is a person that knows your inner, most intimate.
So it comes down to intimacy, what you can share with that person. If something's really bothering me on a particular day, can I tell this person about that thing? If something truly excites me, if I'm looking forward to something, can I share that excitement without them judging me on the things that I want to do?
Yeah, that's when you have a deep connection with someone. If you just have a companion, they don't really, they care, but they don't care as much as a person that has a deep connection with you.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So that's one of the first things that you have to ask yourself. Do you want that deep connection? Do you want to connect with someone at a deeper level? Or is it just enough to hang out with someone from time to time?
So what about wanting to avoid the mess of another marriage? I mean, that's where I was.
Oh, I get you. And, as you know, we have developed this course, the 5 Steps to Find True Love. And the whole point of that course is to help someone make a good decision. There is mess in marriage if you don't properly identify the person that you're looking to marry. If you are just looking for companionship, then anyone will do, but then your incompatibilities become things that you just can't stand. They become things that really tear you apart. However, if you go about the process the right way, you will not have a mess in marriage. You'll have something that's fulfilling. So consider the depth of your desire. I'd say that's number 3. The depth of your desire. Do you want someone who's just a status symbol so you can say, hey, I'm with someone?
No. Why would a person want just a status symbol?
Well,
unless it's just a marriage of convenience.
Well, not so much a marriage of convenience, but I'll be honest with you, whenever I was in my singleness and really, invalidated from how I was treated in my previous marriage. And two, not being able to find someone special for a while. I felt like I was walking around with a big old L on my forehead, calling myself a loser because I didn't have someone. I saw my friends in relationships. I saw my friends getting engaged and married. I saw some friends being married for decades. And I thought to myself, what's wrong with me? So it might not have been a status symbol for everybody else, but it was a badge that I carried unnecessarily. I had to get past that to be ready for a good relationship.
So, and what about the sex question?
Wait, what? What?
You know, wanted to marry so you can have sex.
Oh, who waits for that anymore? I mean, you should, but there's so
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to, but these days, does it ever really happen? And for those who are waiting for that, is that a reason to get married?
No, not just because you have sex with that person, but definitely you should wait to have sex after you're married.
Yes, indeed. Those of you who are looking at the relationships that you want to get into, when you look at your social interactions, you know, we all have human desires. We all have urges that, you know, it's just our human nature. That's how we were built. We were built as sexual creatures. So the question becomes, do you want to put that aside in your choice to stay single? Or do you think that you're going to have it both ways? The best of both worlds, if you will. Be single and satisfy your sexuality. That should not happen. But you should not pursue and enter into marriage so you can have sexual relationships without it being a sinful act. That should not be the basis. That should not be the driving condition for getting married. It is a blessing within marriage, but it shouldn't be the reason to get married, because there's so many other things that can unravel if that's all that you have. So, what about purpose? This is what I would call number 5. Do you wish to do something meaningful? Will your spouse help or hinder the mission of you wanting to do something meaningful? In other words, will that person help you achieve, pursue? Will they support it? Is it something that you actually need a partner or a spouse to pursue fully? What do you think about that concept?
Yes, because we are definitely put here for a purpose. So your significant other needs to be aligned with you for your purpose and what God has for you.
Alignment.
Yes. Yeah, that's very important. Because if that person is not going to support you in what God has for you, again, God trumps even the relationship, the person. So what He has for you, they need to be in line with that. Same thing with whatever God has for them, you should be in line with them also. Because if you're not in alignment, it's like you are unequally yoked. And being unequally yoked, one yoke is going forward and the other one is not really doing anything. It's like you're dragging, pretty much like dead weight. So that is definitely not what you want in a relationship.
Goodness gracious. So you're talking about, like, if my mission, if my goal in life is to sail around the world, I probably should not connect with someone who's aquaphobic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Mm-hmm. Well, so your decision to stay single or to find someone really boils down to your reasons. If you're just looking for a vessel to pour your feelings into, you're really not loving the person. You're using them. However, if you have the heart to enrich someone else's life, especially if your union is a witness to the effect of true love in our culture, then you have a chance of finding uncommon fulfillment through a relationship and through marriage.
Hey, thanks for tuning into The Love Effect. Respectfully, we ask you to hit that subscribe button to help us keep this going. And if you'd really like some detailed guidance on how to find and confirm true love, come visit us at stepstofindtruelove.com. That's www.stepstofindtruelove.com. Blessings to you.